My buddy Rob, a photographer, contacted me the other day and he said, how can I create a white border around my photo to kind of give it almost like a digital matte type look? And he wanted to write the name of the city underneath the photo that he took an image of and hang it on his wall as a 30 by 20 print. And thought, yeah, that's a really cool idea. And let me show you how to do that. And I said, hey, can I use your photo in a video and just show others how to do it too? Because it's super simple and it's a really cool looking effect. And he agreed. So be sure to follow Rob. His Instagram is below. He's a great guy, really great work. Thank you, Rob, for allowing me to use this photo as an example. It's a really, really cool shot. Let's dive in. Okay, here it is. This is Rob's photo that he sent over. You would like to create a 30 by 20 inch version of this that has a white border around it and the name of this place on there. So I'm going to do it how I would do it, and then you can follow along and do it however you would like to do it. But the first thing I would do is look at our image size. So I'd come up here and look at image size, and this one came through as 109 by 64 inches at 72 resolution. Obviously, you don't want to do that. What I'm thinking here is create a 2-inch white border around this, and he wants it to be a 30 by 20 finished size. So what I would do is say, I want to make this, if he wants it 30 by 20, I'm going to say 28 by 18, and I'm going to change that resolution up to 300, and then just click OK. So then Photoshop is just going to resize it to those dimensions, and then we'll be working with those dimensions directly. And then to create the white border around it, again, it's super, super simple. So we're going to go up to image again, and this time we're going to go to canvas size. Image size is the size of the image itself. Canvas size is the size of the canvas that the image sits on in Photoshop. So if we go to canvas size, we're going to see that we have this little box here, relative. And I have that checked by default. It might be unchecked on yours. If it's unchecked, it's going to just show you the existing dimensions. And if we move that over to inches, you're going to see it's 28 by 18, which we already set. But we want to click relative, which is going to default that to 0. And if we want to create a 2-inch border around, we're just going to type in 2 inches, 2 inches. And what that's going to do when we hit OK is put a 2-inch border right around this entire photo. So we could just stop right there, say, okay, we did it, we're good. Another thing you could do, well, he wants to add the name down here. So we would just grab our text box here and then draw a little text box and then just type in Capitola CA. And obviously we can choose whatever font that we want right down here. Maybe a nice little script for this sample would look good. And then we can click our move tool up here and put that where we want to do it. Center it right there. So we could stop right there and say, okay, now we have a 30 by 20 inch that includes the white frame and the name of the city or town down below it. I think that looks pretty cool. What you could do also is create a black stroke, kind of a black frame around the white. And so what that'll do is kind of give it that digital frame type look. So if you wanted to do that, what you could do, you have to unlock. So unlock the layer here and then double click on the layer, and then you're going to have this option for stroke. Click stroke, and you're going to have your size here, so you can do a nice big giant one, which obviously in this case cuts off the name of our city there, so I don't want to do that. But just a nice thin little black stroke around this might look nice. So we'll do that, and then position. Make sure you're inside. You're going to have the options for inside, outside, or center. Make sure that's clicked on inside, and then click OK. And just that easy, we have this really cool image surrounded by a white frame, surrounded by a black frame. And so it's kind of cool because it gives us that look of professional art. And you can hang this on the wall just as it is. You can print this on acrylic or on metal or even on canvas and just hang this on your wall just as it is. Or if you share it online like this, you might kind of like subliminal messaging, get that message across that, hey, this is a piece of fine art and this would look great on your wall, even without saying it. Just by giving it this look can kind of trigger people thinking and say, wait a minute, I would like this. I want this on my wall. I'm sure Rob will sell you a print of this image to hang on your wall if you're interested in that. So follow him below. I think this is it. I mean, all we would do here is a file and save. I just save a copy. And we could save this as a JPEG. If we're going to print it, we might save it as a TIFF file or whatever you are working with as your raw default. Maybe it's a TIFF file, whatever. In this case, it's a JPEG. So we're just going to save that as a JPEG into that original file. And so now we have a 30 by 20 inch JPEG that has the white border and a nice little black stroke border in this case, but I think this looks pretty cool. And it's super easy to do, as you can see. It only takes a couple minutes to go through and talk about that. So it's kind of fun for you to go in and experiment a little bit and see what looks great on your images. Maybe you want to do it, maybe not, but it's a really cool way to just add that little bit of extra pop to your messages. So I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I look forward to seeing you next time. If you have an image of your own that you would like me to take a look at, if you want some help with processing or editing, or you just have some questions on it, go ahead and leave a comment down below and we can do more of these videos where I work with your images instead of just mine. It could be kind of fun. All right, thank you again and see you next time.